Data connectivity. We all need it. Nobody's business can work, nobody in telematics can work without data connectivity. But it's messy. So many different devices, so many different operators, changes in technology, geopolitics. And what about the future? If you reach an agreement now, what will happen in a year's time? Will you lose control again? Well, this is why Pod Group, a Gizek and Devrient company, is offering to be your partner. We are already a connectivity partner for many wireline partners, and we look forward to growing this further. Let me start at the beginning. Pod Group is a leading provider of global data connectivity from we're about 23 years old, and we were recently acquired by Gizek and Devrient, the largest manufacturer of SIM cards, the inventor of SIM cards 30 years ago. They also invented eSIM management 10 years ago. And we were acquired by Gizek and Devrient to go directly to the enterprise, because traditionally they would only sell SIM cards to mobile operators. So together, we have nearly 200 years experience. Gizek and Devrient are nearly 180 years old, believe it or not. There are 1 million connections, IoT connections every hour. With Pod and G&D, we're able to offer you end-to-end secure connectivity. And we are the inventors and continue to be the innovators in eSIM technology. So, as the presenter introduced us, we are the enterprise network operator. This means we enable you, the telematics, the enterprise, whether you are a distributor, an end customer, to take control of your network. How many times have you worried about giving up control to the operator and having to meet their terms and conditions in different countries? Well, with us, we, an MVNO with our own core, give you, the enterprise, network as a service. You own, you control your own network. So simple, it's agnostic service, it's a secure end-to-end service, and you will control your costs. We do this by providing you one platform, one pane of glass to manage all your SIMs, one SIM with all the applets that you need to roam in different countries, a SIM that enables you to change connectivity profiles in countries where regulation does not allow it. So where there are regulatory restrictions, and therefore you need to switch to a native profile on the same device without having to call it back. And of course, the global network, more than 600 operators worldwide. This gives you a feel of our coverage. A few exceptions there, but I don't think any of us work in those countries. But still, if you have an opportunity there, we'd be interested in exploring it with you. So what are the challenges? There are challenges in connectivity, there are challenges in devices. Too many store-keeping units, too many different types of devices, no single seamless network infrastructure, and worries about security, about tampering, fraud, end customers, people changing SIM cards, or worries about changing regulation. The devices need to be future-proof, because we've all here have experience of reaching an agreement that we thought was perfect, wonderful, only to find out that the laws have changed, or even the same vendor has increased their price, and you're stuck with them. With Pod Group, that will not happen, because we give you the control to switch networks as and when you need to do it yourself. And this fulfills, and we provide you with that network, that telecom network, for which you do not have the insider scale. You do not need to have your own mobile core. You do not need to have that mobile infrastructure. We provide it to you as a service. So, an enterprise network operators will offer you a single SKU, flexibility in terms of changing the profiles, the connectivity if your devices go from one country to another, customized coverage for different countries. I've just had a case with iDrive I'm going to mention later. Customer, they went into a country, I'm going to say a Democratic Republic of Congo. They're supposed to have connectivity, but their devices were 3G devices, and the connectivity available there was only 2G. What could they do? Call back all their devices and switch them? With Pod Group, they were able to remotely switch from one network to another without calling back the devices. And they could do it themselves. We did not need to do it ourselves with eSIM management. So one SIM, this is a small example of how one SIM in a remote area can be managed by the enterprise itself. So one supplier, one platform, one SIM. I mentioned iDrive. So they're actually a global telematics vendor. They have customers literally all over the world, and they use we are their partners, their connectivity partners, enabling them to operate effectively across the world. Technology changes, IoT change is frequent. Regulatory change have affected their business. But thanks to our partnership, they were able to overcome it. We had a solution that they could implement themselves. I gave you one example. Another is across Europe. Rates were quite competitive, and yet if there is an opportunity to get an even better rate, they can suddenly make a lot more money. So imagine agreeing a certain price, they sell it at a certain price to all their customers, and then only to find out that they can also reduce their costs. That's fantastic. You could be doing that too, because we will always make sure you are aware of the new deals, the new opportunities that will help your business grow. MetAlert, I don't know if any of you have heard of MetAlert. It's operating more in the healthcare business. They have a SIM inside the shoe's insole for tracking Alzheimer's patients or monitoring activity. Again, using our connectivity that enables them to sell these insoles anywhere in the world. So, very powerful tool to go forward. Back to Wyolan, Alemetic is a Wyolan partner, a Gurtam partner, based in Kenya, actually a long-term partner of ours, and continue to be so. They're very pleased with the relationship that we have, the support, but most importantly, the control they have to take care of their own business. This is so important. It's future-proof. As they go forward, as technology changes, they are able to manage it. to manage their own connectivity. So compared to all the other IoT M2M providers, they say the power to manage their own SIMs was key. So they don't need to rely on us to change, and they don't get stuck with us either. I'm talking even about embedded SIMs. I've had the question sometimes, people say, oh, with embedded SIMs, we're stuck with you. No, you just need to have the credentials, you give them to your next vendor if you want to move. But we will do our best to make sure you stay with us. We will always have alternative solutions for you. But locking in is not a good policy. We will never lock in any customer. And I'm delighted to be attending, to be speaking, to be part of the Violin network of partners. Together, we are truly offering a strong business relationship. And we're looking to strengthen our relationship even more by integrating our connectivity platform into the Violin platform. Imagine, instead of having to deal with 2 different platforms, 1 platform. It's still a seed of an idea, but it makes a lot of sense. So to summarize, enterprise network operator, the technology partners, not just providers, because we're offering you the network as a service. It's yours, you will own it, you will control it, you will make the changes you need when you need. And we will offer you the technical support. With it, you will overcome the fragmented market, the multiple store-keeping units, and you will have much better visibility of the market. So we're going to be exhibiting here at GITEX over the next week. Please come and speak to us, my colleague Robin and I. Think of us as your partner, one provider, one SIM, one platform. Thank you.